Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and you may or may not know this, but I've been playing PokeMMO for quite a while, and one thing I can confirm is that the sprite work, the pixel art, and the vanities of PokeMMO have far improved over the past 10 years or so. It is really cool, the stuff they're creating. The sheer amount of really cool vanities we see every single event season right now is definitely one of the brighter spots in the game at the moment. And it's only day 2 as I'm recording and hopefully releasing this video, but I believe that I have a full list of all of the Christmas event vanities in 2025 for PokeMMO. But if you find that I'm missing something, please let me know in the comments. That is extremely helpful, as I want everybody to just know what all of the new vanities are. Let's go ahead and get started with these simple ones. We do have some new seasonal vanities. Now, seasonal vanities are important because they come back every single year, starting from this exact moment. This is the first year that all of these seasonals have been introduced. I'm not going to show you guys, repeats of seasonals that have been in the game for a very, very long time. But for example, we have the peppermint shirt, which is a new seasonal vanity, which you get once you turn in enough swarm Pokemon and get a few mysterious balls. Next up, we also have the festive dress, which is a similar thing, only worth around 39,000 Pokeyen, which is still a really cool budget price for a pretty darn cool vanity with tons of colors on it. In terms of a body slot vanity, this might literally be one of the cheapest ones you can get that has the most impact and color and kind of identity on your character. Next up, we have the ice horns, which I also absolutely love. So the seasonals this year are pretty good. The peppermint shirt is fine. It doesn't really, stick out to me that much personally, but from the ice horns and the festive dress, the ice horns are really cool in my opinion. There's a fair bit of different horn types in PokeMMO, and I was wondering, how are they going to keep adding more? Are they really going to keep adding more? But I feel like this is a perfect way to add another variant. Next up, if we continue to scroll down our list on the left side of the screen, we have the new full elven outfit. There's a whole, full-on outfit for this. There is the elven quiver. There is the elven bow, the elven ponytail. Here's the quiver, which goes on your back slot, obviously, for bow and arrows. The elven ponytail, which is one of the new ultra rares. I will say this is the brown one. If I could show you guys a different one, I'd prefer that, because the brown does not look ideal in my personal opinion, but it's hard to show off the different colorings on the GTL right now. I'll show you guys a better close-up of that here in a quick second. We also have the elven outfit, which looks very much similar to a certain video game character. Let's say the elven full-on outfit that takes over your top slot and your bottom slot, it seems like. And then the elven bow. I'm really excited for this. I've been asking for some sort of bow and arrow, or some sort of, honestly, holdable weapon in PokeMMO. I feel like it's important for certain outfits and certain role plays or LARPs or whatever you want to do. I'm really excited to see a bow and arrow exist in PokeMMO. This is just going to help a lot of people achieve a certain look they couldn't do before. But then if you head over to the item listings as opposed to the item market, you can see a lot of different color variants and different options and listings for the elven ponytail to give you guys a little bit better, of an image of what it could look like. I like the black and gold. That looks really freaking cool. The black with the gold trimmings. You can see a few different ones. The purple is pretty neat. The gray is really nice. I think, the purple, the red is fine. Not a huge fan of, the oranges. And I like orange as a color at a time. The red is, honestly, the dark red's interesting. Obviously, it's all personal preference at the end of the day. The green one's really cool, and you can even recolor these. Don't think that you have to go buy, let's say you want the green one, right? The elven green. Don't think that you have to go buy the 12.5 mil one. That is not how that works. You can actually just go buy some dye over off of the RP shop. Which if you go over to vanity items, then go over to dyes, you can find them here. You should be able to just buy a green dye and use that on the elven hair. But that's the full elven outfit. Next up is the Christmas camo. And this is the next ultra rare. And this is kind of a crazy one. And it's also the most expensive vanity so far from this event that I've seen personally. Let's just go ahead and fully type it out so we can just have it on screen. It is currently going for 17.5 million Pokeyen. And here is what the new ultra rare looks like. And I absolutely adore this. It is goofy. Yes, this is not a serious looking vanity, at least in my personal opinion. Everybody's different. My favorite types of vanities in MMOs are goofy ones. I love that. Look at the back. The wings still show. The fact that the wings still show, that's very rare for a full body consuming vanity like this. The fact that your face comes through so you can still see my Santa beard popping out of the front of the tree. The fact that the star jiggles at the top, it's all so perfectly goddamn goofy. This might be one of my favorite goofy ultra rares in a very long time. It's honestly really flippin' amazing if you ask me. Now, Keep in mind, prices are heavily adjusting. You can see this says that it's down 44 mil in the past 24 hours. Is that true? What's the true price? It's hard to tell with something as rare as this. There are 18 in stock right now. Honestly, much more than I realized. Now, if I am correct, and I could not be, once again, it's day 2 of the event. We're still looking for information. I believe that this is the ultra rare from the Santa presents, not the Xmas presents, but I believe the Santa presents, which are pretty rare right now. They're pretty cheap, actually. The Santa presents, I believe the only way to get them right now is once you do enough lost present encounters, you unlock the ability to find big presents, quote unquote, and then from those big presents you can get Santa presents, and then from those you can get, you know, ultra rare. So I think it's a long path. Obviously I believe that is how you get that vanity, but once again, it is still kind of information is up in the air as it is only day 2, but visually it's an awesome goofy vanity if you ask me. All right, but continuing onward, are you someone who's looking for a really cool vanity but on a decent budget? Some of these might be for you. Let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the vanities. I love this one, Melty the Snowman. I love it. So it's so cheap right now, dude. It's only 80,000 Pokeyen. Look at this. For 80k, I love this. It's a fantastic hat vanity. Really cute. I love that it melts into your head the way it does. It's melting, obviously. Really cool vanity. I would like, in terms of the price per what this vanity, I think I'll give us like a 10 out of 10. Like in terms of the price, maybe like an 8 or a 9, like at least an 8. But I would arguably give this like a 10 out of 10 for the price. 80k for this is just crazy. This is one of those vanities that like in certain events would just be like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Pokeyen. This being 80k is just like unheard of. I'm assuming there's just a lot of supply. There's only 67. That's not even that crazy. Like there's 67 of these. They're 80k a piece. Versus the other vanity, there's 18 of them. And they're, you know, how many, like 18 mil? It's pretty, I'm just saying, it's Melty the Snowman. Pretty underrated. Next up, the spruce. There's the spruce coat and the spruce pants. I think these are they're super cheap, obviously. A little underwhelming, it seems like the player base seems to think. I do like the spruce coat. That big green bushy body top. I feel like that is honestly kind of underrated right now. It's a little tough to see with my character. You know what? I'm actually strip my character down real quick so you guys can see these vanities a bit better. One sec. All right, I try to make my character look as plain and as boring as possible, and this is what I was left with. Probably should do that earlier in the video, but you know what? Fuck it, we do it live. So back to the spruce coat and the spruce pants over at the item market. I think the spruce coat is honestly pretty interesting. You see that big green bushy top. It's like a V shape, which is like kind of weird, but I think there could be some cool uses for cool outfits for this. Don't sleep on this just because it's cheap. Now the spruce pants, I don't know what's going on here. Is it just not showing at all because I have the fishing outfit on? Do I need to change that? Yeah, I switched over to the candy corn thing, and there you go. It's like the spruce pants, like they kind of look like loose fitting, like just long brown sweatpants almost. I don't know, they're weird looking. Don't really get these personally, but it's hard to make bottom slots look good in my opinion. I think it's maybe I'm not a pixel artist, but I feel like I'd have a tough time with those few pixels you have down there, and also so many outfits just overtake those pixels as well. But continuing onward, next up we have the Weasel headdress, which might resemble a certain Pokemon. I don't know if you can guess it. Our Pokemon knowledge is not very good here in PokeMMO, obviously, so surely nobody will get this. The Weasel headdress, only 6,000 Pokeyen. Super cheap to pick one of these up if you want to drip out. You want to look like your favorite you know, monster in the wild. Go pick up the Weasel headdress. Not a whole lot to say. And then next up, I love me my goofy freaking vanities. So you know I love this one, the Peace Apple hat, dude. What is happening? It's just the way it sits, it like carves out your skull. The way it like sits atop your dome, it looks like, it doesn't look like you're wearing an apple hat. It looks like an apple fell like a meteorite from space and then crashed on your dome and then left a giant, it's like halfway in and it's now taken over your brain. It's almost like a fucking horror of Halloween vanity if you ask me. I absolutely love it. It's only 14,000 Pokeyen. It's pretty darn cheap, and you can pick up plenty up. There's like 137 on the GTL right now. I'm gonna pick a few up on the main account for sure. I love them. And then next up, probably a fan favorite from this event. People just love vanities where you can just kind of, you know, they just sit on your little head and look all cute. Well, actually, where is it? Wait a minute. Is there none on the GTL? What is happening here? I'm looking for something called the Pudgy Penguin, but I'm not seeing any. And that's because currently the Pudgy Penguins were actually hotfixed to be made untradeable, because there was a game-breaking bug where every time, once you reached 120 swarm Pokemon, which is when you unlocked them, once you turned in 120 swarm to the Elfbot NPCs, you would get one Pudgy Penguin. The problem was, from that point, every point after, every 3 Pokemon consumed, you would get another Pudgy Penguin. So the devs actually had to come on, hotfix the item, make it untradeable, and confiscate a ton of these Pudgy Penguins from players. I'll end up doing a full video on this, but that's kind of the story in the TLDR. Shout out to staff member Park for actually linking me this Pudgy Penguin, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to see one since they are currently untradeable. Now, in my opinion, it seems like they made it untradeable to just fix the bug, but I'm not totally sure. It's possible this was meant to be untradeable from the start, so it'll either stay untradeable or they'll make it tradable once again, because people were selling these. They were throwing them up on the GTL, so we don't really know yet if these will become tradable once again, and it was just to fix the bug, or if it was because they were meant to be untradeable all along, and that's what caused the bug. So we don't really know. Just keep an eye out for that. We're curious to see the future of the Pudgy Penguin, which is a really cute vanity. So I would love to see this thing become more, you know, I guess unbugged, fixed, and then see it become more available. Or honestly, limited is kind of a cool way to keep vanities like this interesting, in my opinion. It was a whole ordeal, which could honestly be summed up by just saying that the Pudgy Penguin situation was insane. Wink, wink. All right, so let's go ahead and cover the final vanity of 2025 that's new this year. I believe, once again, let me know if I'm wrong in the comments or missed something, but I believe the newest vanity this year is the Rudolph mount. And I honestly love to see new mounts. Mounts easily my favorite slot of vanities in PokeMMO. People had asked for mounts for so freaking long. We had the motorcycle for a long time, but we didn't really see new mounts in PokeMMO. I want to say, I think the Christmas sleigh was actually one of the first like new ones we had ever seen, if not the first new one, and that was back in, I want to say 2022, maybe 2021 at the early, like 2023 at the latest, I'm not sure. So we've only had mounts in PokeMMO for a few years. It's really cool to see what they're experimenting and doing with them. I really like the Rudolph one. I don't think I'll be using it personally. I still prefer the sleigh, but an animation of an animal galloping, like I think that's something we haven't seen before in PokeMMO, so it's really cool to see this added to the game. But I believe that covers every single vanity added this year in the Christmas event in 2025 in PokeMMO. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If I'm missing them in the comments, like this video if you enjoyed it. That helps me tremendously during the holiday season. Dislike if it was just scattered and unhelpful and terrible. Subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. I do upload every single day about this game that I love so much, and I'm still lucky to love 12 years later. You know, that is an absolute privilege. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday. Lots of shiny hunting over there. Usually Monday through Thursday, but obviously during the event seasons, I try to stream as much as possible. My Discord's linked down below, which is incredibly helpful during the event season. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, and Venmo donation keep the lights on and allow me to make all this content that is hopefully helpful to you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you later. But for now, peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Patrouski here. I wanted to take this second to say thank you so much for watching the entire video. It is thanks to people like you I'm able to make the content that I do, as well as everybody whose name is listed here. That's it for me. Have a fantastic day.